Hey guys, welcome back to Installer's Assistant. My name is Marty and today I'm working on a Mitsubishi Pajero 2012. This will be my second video of this series of Pajero, but this one has got the original radio installed, whereas the first one had a Chinese unit in it. So I thought I'd do another video for you. Alright, tools we need: my trusty 4140 Pry Tool and a Phillips screwdriver. Okay, so it comes apart the same as the last one. There's clips in through here. They do get pretty tight. There's a plastic latching clip under there, which is quite annoying on both sides, but they have to come off before this part comes off. Okay, now this looks like it hasn't really been touched much before, so it's probably going to be very, very tight, but we might be lucky. Okay, let's get started. There we go. Whew, that one wasn't so bad. You can see a clip making a run for it. Alright, so 3 clips, 1, 2 and 3. This is the one that stops it from moving, and that locks in here. Okay, so once you've released these 3, this is the one that will cause you the most grief. The other side is exactly the same. So if you need a comparison, just look where the clips are. So there's one right there, and there's one up in here, and one there. Again, annoying one. That actually popped out quite easy that time. Am I going to get... Yep, my runaway clip. Okay, has it switch? Push, release. I'm going to see if I can track down that clip. It's gone somewhere. Alright, here we go. Grab the sides and give it a tug. Okay, by doing so, you will release this. That can be just put aside, out of the way. This one is the one we need. There's only one plug at the top for the screen system. And then we take our Phillips screwdriver, there's 2 more under here. Of course, you guys can use a powered screwdriver if you wish, but that would make these videos very, very short. Alright, 4 screws, and then this will slide forward to reveal our antenna plug and our 2 system plugs. That is how you get that out. So thanks for watching, guys. If you want one of these 4140 Pry Tools, I've left a link in the description. By all means, have a look and grab one. They are very, very handy. And if you like what you've seen, subscribe to the channel. There's plenty more cars and plenty more videos of how-tos and tips and tricks. thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Probably none.
Why is that?
Because it's a relatively simple car.
Are you sure?
Well, I say that, don't I?
Famous last words.
Famous last words indeed.
The last 3 cars we've worked on had dramas.
It's true. Alright, next step, we've got the radio mounted in the cage, or in the frame for the radio of the car. Now I need to mount the digital radio antenna, which is that. I have a GPS and a microphone. We want to put the microphone at the top, there, digital radio antenna over on the side down the glass, and the GPS in the bottom corner. Okay, hopefully you guys can see all this relatively clearly. I'm going to start by removing this handle with my trusty 4140 Pry Tool. Okay, behind there are 2 Phillips screws. Okay, there are 2 metal rings. Sometimes they pop out, sometimes they don't, sometimes they fall out. What to do is pry this out nice and gently on plastic clip. I'm going to force these out now because I'd rather have them come out and I know where they are. Okay, so these come out simple. There's a clip at the very top once you've taken the handle off. When you pop it out, it's really, really easy. Just about there, and then I'm going to pull it upwards towards you. These 2 hooks here lock in down the side. Alright, we'll start with our microphone. Again, this is a Alpine microphone, but the principle is the same regardless of the brand you're dealing with. I'm going to tuck that around the corner, so it's pretty much flying up along here, and I should better pretty much drag that on the cable behind me to where I need it to be. Let's just pop that mirror down out of the way. Backing. And stick that on the glass. A bit of a slight tug, that'll keep that nice and tight. And the microphone is mounted. Next is our digital antenna. So depending on the manufacturer, they do have slight different rules and angles as to how these ones mount. But basically, if you don't do it properly, it doesn't work. Typically they'll have two sides to them. You peel off one side, stick it to the glass, and then you peel off the other side. You find if you're doing a Kenwood, it actually points the other way. And I've got numbers on them. Alright, so that little dot there, that's the contact point, and it must line up with that. So you can go from this side, because it's got little pointers, tiny little ones sticking out, and they line up with these. Personally, I look from the other side. Okay, and that piece sticks to the metal. Alright, now we'll grab some zip ties and side cutters. Okay, a little bit of general advice for you. If there's any place that you can strap it to, that is brilliant. Always try and keep it clear of anything that needs to be mounted back in the car again. So I know that there's a screw that goes through there, and there's a clip that goes through there. I want to make sure that at no time do these cables drop and get in the way of those clips or the screws. Otherwise you run the risk of piercing the cable, and you have to pull it out and start all over again. Okay, that's as far as I'm going with that one for now. So you can see they're nowhere near it, and they're never going to fall in the way. My next step is my GPS antenna. Not all cars will have this, but then not all cars will have that either. And in this car, I'm going to tuck it just underneath the dash mat. You might be able to see that. Nice piece of flat, as long as it can see the sky. And then with another zip tie, make sure I've got some slack. And the reason for zip tying that is because when you're pulling the cables through, you still got a little bit to play with up in here. Right, that's out of the way. And I have 3 cables I need to run to the radio. One, two, three. Right, let's get this edging off. I'm going to tuck this cable okay, fine, I'll go from this end. Okay, that's all out of the way. Now those cables are down on the floor where they need to be, I can reattach my A pillar. Line it up, click. And I can put in my 2 rings. And 2 screws. And 2 caps. And there it is. Microphone wire's hidden, DAB antenna's hidden, GPS is hidden. All tucked up nice and out of the way. All I have to do now is get these cables down here to where the radio is. I should. Let's have a look under here. Drop off this bottom plastic. Okay, 2 white clips, 1 push clip, and awesome, and a black 2-piece clip. So you pull this piece out, and it will release that, and then you can pull the whole thing out. And now I can run my cable through. And ultimately, I should be able to reach it. Put my hand all the way down. Not today. Alright, time to introduce another tool that I like. That is a fantastic piece of equipment. It's basically the yellow tongue that comes between floorboards. And on one side I've made it to a point, and on the other side I've got a hole through it and then a zip tie. And then I'm going to supply that down to wherever I need it to be. Like such. And as you can see, it comes out the other side. And there I can grab my cables, hook them through that little zip tie, and then pull the cable back. Just like the pros do it. That can be fed around and into the area where we're putting the radio. That's enough slack. And then we can bunch up the rest of it. Like such. Draw off the excess. And I can tuck that right up out of the way and clip our pedal back on. 1, 2, 3, and then a little push button. And that is that stage, all complete. 3 devices run right through and coming out where the radio sits. So yeah, alright, next step will be wiring the radio. Alright guys, so we have removed the original radio we have mounted our new one, including the additional screen, and I've run the microphone, I've done the digital antenna and the GPS. In this car I've also run a camera, but I've left that aside for now. The next things you're going to need is one of these. This is a CHMB6C. This is a non-Rockford system. If you have a Rockford system, all this is different. But for the standard audio, CHMB6C from AirPro. You can get that at most places. You're also going to need a patch lead. This is an APUNIPL2. That's this thing. Okay. So the CHMB6C consists of a plug designed specifically to go into the Mitsubishis, a standard ISO harness to go to any aftermarket radio, and a lead to go to the plug-in module that they give you. So literally, we drop that into there. Okay. The patch lead, you're going to need to cut. So according to the instructions on the patch lead, which come in the packet, depending on the radio you're installing, depends on which one of these three colours you cut or leave. So I'm doing an Alpine, and it says there cut the green wire. So I'm just going to snip that green one. Done. Okay. Leave the orange, leave the purple. Now because the Alpine has a 3.5mm jack, I also don't need these three leads. These three would be good if you're doing a Kenwood, for instance. You'd use the brown lead, or if you decide to chuck in a Chinese unit, then it would use these additional three wires. But in this case, it's an Alpine, so not necessary. Tape everything up so we don't get any bare wires touching the metal inside the car. That is our patch lead, and that goes into the other side of our control box. Cool. Don't need that, don't need that. Also in here is an additional lead, which is your auxiliary lead. So in your car somewhere there'll be a jack somewhere to play auxiliary music. If your radio has that, or if you want to use it, you can connect that as well. Almost every single time I do one, that is not necessary. Okay. So now all I need to do is put a screw through that into the metal of the car for a good grounding point. You can use the mounts that hold the system in, so the radio in place, but I find it's not that great. Okay, let's get myself a screwdriver with a nice long shaft on it. Alright. Now I can see where can I put this. Normally, right in there, because that is metal. I don't know if I'm going to get away with doing this. Let's see, it is a self-tapping screw, so hopefully it'll stay in place long enough for me to get this started. Beautiful. Alright, here we see the plugs I've undone from the previous radio. Literally click and done. It's quite cool, huh? Alright, let's go and get the radio. And again, depending on which radio you're installing, depends on which cables you need to run and what accessories there are. So not everything has GPS, not everything has digital radio. Some radios don't even have the external mic for Bluetooth. Right, let's start plugging some of the stuff in. My digital radio can go in. GPS can go in. I have a socket there that says mic in. My antenna. Which is that one. And then we have. Oh, that was clever. I forgot the wiring loom on the bench. Let's go get that. That helps. So this is a patch lead from the same people that will sell you the CHMB6C. And again, depending on the radio, this one's kitted out for Alpine. But you can get Kenwood ones, Sony ones, Pioneer ones, whatever. It does make it really easy for you guys to install your own gear. Reverse trigger. Like I said, this one's got a camera, so plug that in. And my steering wheel controls. Alright. Look at that. So, all going to plan. I should be able to pretty much drop this in. Like such. Let's get rid of this. Oh yeah. And let's gaze upon what we've done. Radio turns on, which is fantastic. Activate my camera. That's good. Installation status. Sweet. Camera. Rear camera on. Beautiful. And now we have full control over our steering wheel. Track up, track down, and if I've done this correctly, we turn our car on, drop it into reverse, we have camera. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is the original location for the camera that was in this car. Traditionally it was up the top here, and I've obviously taken that camera out and replaced it with a Alpine camera, which is a lot clearer. And then, yeah, really, we just click our panels back on, that can go on, our two side vents can go on, I'm going to run the leads into the glove box as the customer requested. Find a nice little hole to get them through. that one on. And that is the radio installed. Hope that helps you out, guys. If you have any questions, by all means shoot me a comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe for me. It certainly helps me out and gives me the opportunity to do more videos for you. Talk to you soon. Thank you.